What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day. Jumping right into this video, man. It was some craziness going on. Um, I get where Franco coming from. You know what I mean? Like Franco basically handed Monica a check to go towards, like a wing, I guess, of the hospital for women in domestic situations or whatever it was. Um, and he also wanted part of the money to go towards um like outpatient programs and stuff like that. Basically, he wants to get his job back as an art therapist. Because remember, Monica fired him and shut down his art therapy because there was no room in the budget. But he, gave them a check to hopefully cover the cost of that so they can bring it back. Let me say this. I'm not the biggest Franco fan. We all know that. But I will commend him for at least trying to make amends. You know what I mean? Like, some people feel like he can never undo what he did. And I don't think that's what he's trying to do. I don't think he's trying to undo what he did. But, he's just trying to, in his own way, make up for it. Money doesn't solve the problem, but at least he's doing charitable things. You know what I mean? And I think that's a good thing. He's giving away money instead of trying to make himself rich. He doesn't have to give away a dime of that money. He can keep it, and he could be rich, but he's doing generous things. Plus, he's paying for Kiki's medical school. That's generous. Like that really is. So, I don't like Franco personally, but you gotta I show props. You know what I mean? Especially when you're doing something for charity. Um, Monica, she was cool with it, accepting the check and stuff. I'm pretty sure she feels the same way. She don't like Franco very much, but you know, give him his props. He's handing you a seven-figure check. Why not? The hospital, I'm sure, could use every dime, so why not take it? My issue with Elizabeth today, because Sam was on the phone telling Monica that Jason was awake. So I guess Elizabeth overheard, and Monica was telling Elizabeth that Jason was awake. So Franco told Elizabeth she should go see Frank. She should go see Jason. Um, my issue with Elizabeth today was the fact that she wanted Franco to go with her. I was like, no, that's a bad idea. Even if Jason is tolerable of Franco, the man just woke up from a coma. I'm pretty sure the only people he want to see are like close friends and family. That's like the only people I believe he want to see at that particular time. I felt like it was out of line for Elizabeth to want Franco to be there. Why should Franco be there? For what? And I'm glad Franco turned her down and told her. Like, he basically said what I was thinking. Like, he's not, Jason's not a big fan of his. He's not a fan of his at all. So he felt no need to be there. And I agree. Jason just woke up from a coma. He should not have to look at Franco. Like, I'm just saying, a person that he does not really like. So I'm glad Franco took the initiative to not go. Um, so, Sam is in the clinic with Jason and stuff like that, and Sonny. And Jason pretty much showed Sonny that, after what happened in the warehouse and stuff, he took full responsibility for going to the warehouse to help Sonny. But he feels like he has to step away from the business. He has to. He can no longer help Sonny in any way, shape, or form that has anything to do with the mob, because being in a coma and pretty much almost dying pretty much, wakes you up and tells you how it showed you how important life is. I believe God is trying to tell him something. Like, you dodged bullets before, but it's like you came this close on numerous occasions to dying. You might want to, take this wake up call seriously. Um, because I don't know how many more wake up calls God can give you. You know, Jason, even though this might not be the real Jason, but he, Jason in general was shot numerous times, shot in the back, thrown in the water, thought he was dead. You were in a coma this time. Like, you need to start taking life more seriously, especially when you have kids. If he didn't have kids, I can understand the risk that he takes. But the fact that you have three kids, you need to start living for them. And that's what he was telling Sonny. Like, he needs to start living for his kids and his wife. That's who he needs to start putting first. He doesn't want his kids looking at a picture of him on the mantle saying, "Oh, that used to be my dad." You know what I mean? Like I definitely understood where Jason was coming from, and Sonny respected it and he understood. You know, if Sonny has to stay in the business, cool, but that doesn't mean Jason has to be a part of any shenanigans. And I'm glad, Jason spoke up and told him. And Sonny called Carly and told her, and Carly came up there, and Jason broke it down to her too. He can no longer be a part of their life in that capacity. Carly understood, and Sam told them, just so, because Carly might try to say, oh, Sam put him up to this. Sam reassured them she did not put him up to it. It was his personal choice, and she hopes that they can respect the choices they both make, and Carly and Sonny were understandable. When Monica and Elizabeth came in that room, I am so happy Sonny and Carly walked out of the room when Monica came in. I felt like that was the right thing to do, to walk out of the room, because you know what? It's no secret Monica's not a fan of Carly and Sonny. Rightfully so. And I felt like that was a moment she should have had with her son without them in the room. And I'm glad that they had that courtesy and that respect to walk out. You know what I mean? Like, respect this woman and the fact that she does not like you, and the fact that she feels like you brought too much drama into her family that caused their lives. Respect her enough and her family and her son enough to let her have a moment with her kid. You know what I mean? Even though he's a grown man, that's still her child. Let her have a moment with him. And I'm glad that they walked out of the room. Thank God. Um, I will agree with Sonny on what he said to Carly, like the fact that, Michael is a grown man, basically because Carly feels like Nell is keeping Michael from the family. She's trying to isolate Michael. I don't see it that way, because if memory serves me right, and it should, Bobby invited Nell and Michael to her party for the hospital. She invited both of them. Nell made the choice not to go because she felt uncomfortable, and I'm glad she chose not to go. It's like it's not your place to be there, especially when they don't want you there. But she did offer, and invite you to come. But Nell told Michael to go. That's his family. Go. Michael made the conscious decision not to go. And I feel like it was a wrong decision on Michael's part. I get that Michael feels like if his family can't accept his girl, then that means they can't accept him. I get that under normal circumstances. I get that. But as I've said a million times, this is murder she's being accused of. Your family has every right to be concerned, and they also have every right to not like this girl. Look at what she did to your family, and you expect your family just to forgive her off bat? No, that takes time. So Michael needs to start understanding a little bit more of where his parents are coming from and where his grandmother coming from. He just sees it as a one-sided thing. Like, oh, well, they're attacking Nell. Michael, you have all these people in your ear telling you to wise up and just look into this. Now you have the brother, her, the fiance's sister coming and telling you, don't trust this girl. You have so many people telling you this. Haven't you ever heard of, if it quacks like a duck, look like a duck? What is it? It's a duck. You got all these people telling you this. Why would you not look into this girl? That's all they're saying. You know what I mean? Like, I understand he trying to be loyal to Nell and all that. Okay, I get that. You want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but at least look into it. And the whole time when Sharon went to go see Nell and stuff, Nell told her, "Oh, get on a plane and leave Port Charles." The way it was like she was throwing around a threat, talking about if you don't leave Port Charles. She looked, and then she had a crazy look in her eye when she was looking at Sharon. That right there told me, yeah, this girl looked like she's capable of murder. Do I think she did it as of now? I don't know. But she looks like she can be capable of killing somebody. Look at the crazy look in her eye when she told Sharon to leave town. She had a weird look in her eye, like, yeah, like she's ice cold. And that's when Michael showed up, trying to tell Sharon to leave. And Sharon told both of them she's not leaving until she gets back her family's property, which is the engagement ring her brother gave to Nell. And that ring is not just an ordinary diamond ring, it's her grandmother's ring. And Nell says she lost the ring. Soon as Nell says she lost the ring, I had a hard time believing that. Because number one, it's a diamond ring. And I'm pretty sure it was real diamond. So you're gonna lose a real diamond ring. And the way that she was saying it, and the way that she was looking so smug, and she didn't have any remorse for losing it, allegedly. So I'm like, yeah, I don't believe her. I didn't believe she lost it. Not the way she was acting. Like she was acting smug. She had a smug look on her face. The tone in her voice just made it seem like she didn't care that she lost it. Like who wouldn't care about losing a diamond ring? I didn't believe her when she said she lost it. So when Sharon left, Nell got a call from Nina because you know the Ask Man Lander stuff and stuff like that. So Nell had to go to work. So Michael told her that he would look, open up the rest of the boxes. That's when one of the books fell, and look what fell out the book: the diamond ring. I was like, see, my first thought when that happened was, finally Michael's eyes are opening up about this. It's about time. I said, it's about time, Michael. You done found the ring that she claimed she lost. You found it. What you gonna do? Are you gonna keep making excuses for this girl? It's obvious she was lying about the ring. Who loses an expensive diamond ring and acts nonchalant about it? That ring the way that ring looked, it looked like it cost a pretty penny. It looked like it was worth a pretty penny. So who loses a diamond ring and acts so nonchalant, like they didn't care? I would be searching every nook and cranny looking for an expensive piece of jewelry. Are you crazy? Especially if you got to pawn it. I'm just saying. The thing about Nell that I don't like, one of the things about her, is every time she's around somebody of wealth or comes from a wealthy family, she acts like she resents them for having money or growing up with money because she never had real money. It's like you need to get over yourself. Like if you want to have nice things and stuff, build a business, work hard, Google something, Google how to build up a business, find out what you want to do in life and go for it. You know what I mean? You can't get mad at these people for having money and you don't. Like she's the type of person, it's like she expects people to hand her a check or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that, it's her, that resentment, that bitterness she has, like about being poor. It's like whose fault is that? Your father blew all y'all money, so had he not been running around gambling, maybe you would have had a successful financial future. It's not nobody's fault but your father. Blame him and blame yourself. You're an adult. Nobody owes you anything. They don't owe you a dime. Carly doesn't owe you money. Sharon's family don't owe you anything. They don't owe you jack. So stop being so resentful towards them for having wealth. You know what I mean? I can understand if she would be a little PO'd because not just the fact that they got money, but you know how some people act so sedity and bougie. I would be irritated by a bougie person, but I would not be irritated by a person with money. You know what I'm saying? I would never resent anybody for having money. Never. My resentment would come from you acting so sedity and highfalutin. You know what I'm saying? Throwing your money in my face. The fact that you're rich. Now, if you was throwing that in my face, then I would have an issue with a rich person. But other than that, I don't get mad at people for being rich because I'm not. So what? That's them. They did, obviously they're doing something better, that I should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, can't get mad at people because they got money. What are you gonna do about it? Go out here, work, and build up something, and you will have money too. That's how it works. Um, but yeah, Nell is definitely a liar, and Carly hit it right on the head before. She's an habitual liar. Is what she does. All she does is lie. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Franco is going towards the elevator. That's when we find out Dr. Maddox is the one who bought that painting of him and that boy, Drew. So basically they get to talking. He shows Dr. Maddox the picture of him and Drew. And they keep talking about that boy is 3 years old. That boy is not 3 years old. He's at least 6, 5 at the least. You know what I mean? Like he got to be 5, 6 years old because that boy is too big for 3. I'm sorry, but he looked older than 3. That's just my opinion. Like maybe he is 3, but he looked older than that. That's why I went off the assumption that he was at least 6, because he looks older. Every time I look at the picture, I'm like, yeah, the boy looks older. Like every time I get a quick glimpse of the picture, he does not look 3. So he was basically telling Dr. Maddox the whole story. I didn't really care about this scene, honestly. Um, so anyway, we get to this Ask Man Landers mess, and Spinelli basically being messy. Like he's accusing Nathan and Amy of having more than just a friendly relationship. They're flat out denying it. The media is snapping pictures. Everybody's going crazy. Um, so Spinelli was, they're trying to conceal the fact that Amy is the real person writing the column. You know what I mean? Because they want to conceal at least that knowledge, because it would constitute fraud if people found out Nathan was Ass Man Landers or the face of Ass Man Landers, but it was really Amy writing the column. It would constitute fraud, and everybody would pretty much probably be in legal trouble and financial trouble. So they're trying to keep that a secret. But the way I seen it was Spinelli looked like he was digging for dirt, because he was asking, you know, um, Nathan about, his beard and stuff like that. And Nathan told him that the beard doesn't suit him. But what Nathan didn't know was Spinelli was, I think his nickname was Beard Oregon or Oregon Beard or whatever. And he asked Nathan, which at the time he didn't know Nathan was asking Man Landers, he asked him, should he grow out his beard? And Nathan told him yes. So when Nathan flipped the script and told him, well, it doesn't matter what my opinion is or anybody's opinion. If you like it, then do it. And he felt like that was the same exact answer that Amy gave when he initially asked Amy about his beard. And it was like he said pretty much word for word, it sounded like the same exact answer. So I think Spinelli is about to uncover the fact that Amy is the one writing the column. And if he does that, that might cause friction between him and Maxie, because Maxie's trying to protect Nathan's job. That's why she wanted nobody to know he was Ass Man Landers. But since that blew up in their faces, now they have another secret to conceal. So Spinelli looks like he's about to uncover another secret if he keeps asking all the right questions. Um, I kind of like seeing Spinelli like this. He's definitely using his PI for good. I wish Sam would have called Spinelli or left him a voicemail that Jason was alive. Well, he's out of the coma. Because Jason, Spinelli is definitely a big importance to Jason. You know what I mean? Like major importance. And I kind of hate how they, dumbed that down or toned it down, his importance to Jason. He should be in that room at the institution with the rest of them. You know what I mean? He's just as big a big part of Jason's life as any of them. You know what I'm saying? So Spinelli definitely should have got a phone call. I think that's everything on this episode. So yeah, hit that comment button. Let me know what you thought about today's episode. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I also feel I just want to bring this up real quick. I feel like this Man Lander storyline, I thought it was over after this reveal, but it is definitely looking like it's not over. But let me know what you all think, and I'll see you all later. Have a great day.